Welcome back to the Life Psychology YouTube channel. Hypnotherapist and psychologist James Brannan here. And this week I'm going to share with you a wonderful way of calming yourself, of switching off that chattery, stressful voice in the head and feeling much better and calmer. Life Psychology brings you tools and techniques that help you to feel better about yourself and enjoy your life more, to think more clearly and to feel calmer, more confident and more happy more of the time. So let's start the technique. This week's technique has its origins in mindfulness, which you're probably mindful of. You've probably heard of mindfulness, and certainly recently there's been a wave of enthusiasm for it. If we were to give credit for mindfulness to somebody for mindfulness, we'd have to go back thousands of years, perhaps around 2,500 years ago in India, where Buddhism was originated and Buddhist methods were being taught, ways of meditating, and also from Tibetan monks who used meditative techniques, and mindfulness has its origins in these areas. So we have to go back a long way. It's hard to point to any one person for mindfulness. Now, these are certain variants of mindfulness and just a couple of techniques that are simple to do but are wonderfully effective. It's about observation, isn't it, rather than judgment. That's what mindfulness really is. It's about present moment awareness rather than listening to a critical voice that we can so often have in our heads that leads to stress, worry, anxiety and negative feelings. So by doing this technique, you switch off from that negative mode and you switch into a much more pure, positive mode. The first technique really just involves sitting in a chair. So that's all you need. You don't need anything else, just a moment for yourself and a chair. Sit in a chair and sit in a good posture so that you're well aligned and your spine is well aligned, leaning up against the back of the chair there, roughly at the 90-degree angle. Your palms can be down or up if you prefer, but just in a comfortable position on your lap. And breathe in such a way that you feel comfortable and calm. Ideally, you will be breathing a little bit deeper than usual and a little slower than usual. That helps to evoke a nice calm state. Now, the next thing is simply observe sounds. Just sounds. So if you're doing this now, take a moment to notice what sounds are around you. And if it's silence, then just even pay attention to that silence. That's it. Okay, now you can pause this of course now, or go ahead and practice this after this video, I would recommend. Let me just finish up by telling you a couple more ideas here. Now, when you are listening to those sounds around you, don't judge them at all. You are just listening just to observe them. Maybe with an element of curiosity. I wonder what that sound is. I wonder where exactly it's located. What I tend to like to do is even imagine that I'm sort of visiting that area just off to that side there. If I can hear something on a street there or across a lawn over there, whether it's a bird chirping or whether it's a car or vehicle passing by or an aeroplane going overhead, it really doesn't matter what the sounds are. Now, the second idea is another way of practicing this version of mindfulness. And really, there are different versions of mindfulness. Some can be paying attention to what's going on inside yourself and your thoughts and your feelings. This is really the version in a kind of microcosm of it, of external attention. So when you externalize your attention, it really switches off, like I was saying earlier, that chattery voice, and you purely focus on what's external to you. It's a great holiday from your internal ruminations or negative thoughts, and it can just reset your mind so that you feel more calm again. Another version then is walking with mindfulness, and all you do is you walk and you notice sounds around you again. Now this can include your footsteps. It's very unlikely that you walk without making any sound unless you're a trained ninja, but you will hear your footsteps as you walk along. Let's say there's a canal near me here, and walking along the towpath I will probably hear the crunch of some twigs or leaves or the movement of stones under my feet, and it's very therapeutic and very calming just to listen to your footsteps as you walk. Also then you might tune into birds chirping, sounds again of vehicles moving or people passing by. It really doesn't matter what the sounds are, but listen to the sounds. Now here's a further tip. Don't just listen to a sound for the sake of I hear that and I hear that and I hear that, but listen into the sound as if you want to pick up on every tiny frequency and listen right into the core of the sound. This has a beautiful meditative effect as well, which really takes you to a higher level of calmness or mindfulness, you could say, and just give that a go and start to notice the effects of this. Now, if you want to watch last week's technique of the week, it's up here. Alternatively, watch this video down here because it's going to explain to you a lot of information behind why these techniques work. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.